Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of King of the List. It has been a very long time since we've done one of these. Today's topic, as you can see, is I am going to be ranking all 50 US state flags based off of how cool they look. I do not take this seriously, please, because I threw this together in about an hour or two, so it really didn't take me that long. And let me know what you think at the end, what your favorite flag is. So let's not take too long with this. Number 50 is Delaware. Everyone has to have a last place. This one is just kind of boring and the colors are kind of weird. Number 49, West Virginia. I think this looks like a little kid drew it. Number 48 is Kansas. Once again, it looks like a little kid drew it, and I'm not a huge fan of the fact that the name of the state is actually written on the flag. That's kind of weird to me. 47 is Illinois. I mean, who made that and said, oh yeah, this can be the flag for an entire state? Who said that? Number 46 is Nevada. I really like the crest that's there. I just wish that it was big and in the center. They took something that could have been really cool and they smushed it into the corner for some reason. 45 is Idaho. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that it has the name of the state all over it. And other than that, it's just kind of, it's not very exciting. 44 is Wisconsin. Again, not very exciting, and it's got the name. 43 is Connecticut. It looks a little bit more amateur-ishly drawn or whatever. 42 is New Jersey. Again, it's a little simplistic, and the background color is kind of weird. 41 is Massachusetts. It's simple. I like that it's actually a white flag, because that's an unusual thing. But overall, it's actually not too bad. Number 40 is New York. This one's not too bad either. Again, it's a little simplistic. I definitely could draw this if I took long enough. Number 39 is Virginia. Again, it's pretty simple, but it's kind of cool just having the one person standing on top of the other. It's kind of a powerful message. 38 is Montana. While the circle in the center looks really cool, the reason it isn't higher is because, again, it's got the name, and that really bothers me. 37 is Maine. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the other ones we've seen. I don't think I need to explain. 36 is Washington. Why they just slapped George Washington's face on this flag and called it a day, I have no idea, but you know what? It doesn't actually look half bad. 35 is Vermont. It's really cool looking. I really like it. I don't have anything against it. 34, North Dakota. Pretty cool. I really like the eagles, especially how it almost looks like, what's it called? The thing on the back of the $1 bill, unless I'm thinking of something entirely different. But again, it is a little simplistic. It doesn't look like the most professionally drawn. 33 is Oregon. I really like how it's just blue and yellow. That's really cool. The only downside, of course, again, is the fact that the name of the state is on here. Number 32 is Utah. Again, simplistic, but I really like how they have the flags and the eagles. It's very patriotic. 31 is Nebraska. This is pretty cool. It's a lot of yellow, a lot of white, a lot of blue. Very cool looking. It's just almost too much that's going on that you can't really tell what it's trying to capture. Number 30 is Kentucky. I really like this one. It shows unity, and it's got a cool little plants on the side, the leaf branches, whatever you want to call it. Number 29 is Michigan. Again, a cool crest, and I'm glad that it doesn't just say Michigan all over it. 28, Alabama. This would have been higher, but it almost looks like it's saying stay out of our state. 27 is Oklahoma. It's really cool. I really like how they have almost like a Native American kind of feel to it, but again, it has the name for some reason. 26, Pennsylvania. This one's not too bad either. It's kind of cool looking, but again, this one I complained about because if you were to try to draw it, it would take you way too long to draw the flag. 25, Minnesota. This one's also pretty cool, but it seems like there's a little bit too much happening. It's very distracting, if you ask me. 24 is Florida. Just like the Alabama flag, except it has a cool crest in the middle, so that's why this one's higher. 23 is South Dakota. This one's pretty cool looking as well. Again, it's very busy in the center, and it does have the name, but they did it a little bit differently, and I like it that way. 22 is Georgia. This one's pretty cool. It looks a lot like the US flag if it was simplified, and I don't have much against this. 21 is New Hampshire. This one's really cool looking with all of the leaves and stars around the outside, and I like how they have a brilliant battleship in the center there. 20 is Arizona. I really like how simple this one is. It shows like a star and the sunrise going over the blue, which could be presumed as the water, though I don't know why since it's Arizona. 19 is North Carolina. A really cool looking one. Almost reminds me of Texas and Georgia from recently, but overall it's just a simple, cool looking flag. 18 is Colorado. It's literally got a C. You can't really mistake in this one, and it looks pretty cool overall. 17 is Alaska. It's a little bit too simple, in my opinion, and not everyone knows which constellation this is, but I do really think that the stars on the blank blue background looks pretty cool. Indiana, I mean, it's got the torch and it's got all the stars around it. It looks really cool. Again, it has the name. That's the only downside to it. 15 is Arkansas. It has the name, but the name actually doesn't hurt it too much since the name seems to be the focal point of the entire flag instead of just being thrown on there, so I think it's not too bad. 14 is Louisiana. This one's really interesting just because it has a bird in the center and that's the main focus. It actually works pretty well, but because it's not exactly the national bird, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, so it's not higher. 13 is Texas, for obvious reasons, very patriotic, got the singular star, it's got all the colors that you need, and it's basically a simplified version of our flag. 12 is Wyoming, the land that does not exist. It's very cool looking. I like how they have the bison or buffalo, whatever it is, in the center, with a really cool looking crest. Number 11 is Iowa, almost looks like the France flag, but with a very patriotic thing in the center. Again, I don't know why they're putting the name of the state on the flag, but, you know, it almost works for this one. Number 10, we have Missouri. This one's pretty cool looking. I really like how it's almost like a European looking kind of flag with the colors. It looks similar to the Netherlands, but I think the color scheme is slightly off for it to be that. And the crest looks really cool. I'm surprised they use bears instead of eagles. Number 9 is California. Again, it's pretty simple, but I do like how they have the bear, the singular star, and the red stripe at the bottom. They have the word California in there. I keep saying this, it kind of bothers me. Number 8 is Tennessee. This one's really cool looking. In fact, I wouldn't actually think that this was a state flag. I would think that this was a sport or a club or something like that. It actually looks really cool. Number 7 is Rhode Island. Hope, I don't know why that word is written there, but it's a very positive message, and the stars and the anchor especially are a very nice feature. Number 6 is South Carolina. I don't entirely know the meaning of the fact that there's a palm tree and a crescent moon, but they work well together, it's simple, and it looks really cool. Number 5 is Mississippi. I don't think this is the official one. I think the flower in the middle is more three-dimensional on the official flag. I could be wrong with that, but this is the image that I found. It's very cool. I love the stars. I love the color scheme. Number 4 is Hawaii. Very cool colors. I really like the design. The only reason why it's not higher is because they basically stole the flag from Great Britain. And this is America, not Britain. Number 3 is New Mexico. A really simple looking flag, but I think it testifies to one of its most famous tourist attractions, the Four Corners, and I just think it looks really cool. It's simple and cool. Number 2 is Ohio, the only one on this list that is not a perfect rectangle. Of course, Ohio decided to do things differently. But it's a really cool looking flag overall, and it's very, very patriotic. And number 1 is Maryland, because it very much looks like an ancient medieval crest of sorts, or a medieval king's flag, which is very cool, and I think that it definitely deserves the number 1 spot. So that's it overall. If you would like to, real quick, I will explain why I don't like the names to be on the flags. And the reason for that is if you see a state flag, similarly to country flags, it should be so recognizable that you don't have to go, oh, let me look at the name real quick. Right? You see the United States of America, you see our flag, and you don't have to say, wait a minute, where's the name? No, you just know that it's the United States of America. Same thing for many famous countries, right? Russia, China, Canada, Mexico, France, England, Germany, Spain, all of those countries, and many, many, many more are very recognizable. So the reason why we have names on some of our state flags, I don't know. I honestly think that it's supposed to help Americans more than it's supposed to help non-Americans. But in any case, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know again what your favorite state flag is and or which state that you're from. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.